Hello, it's Bionicle Freakman here, doing a review of a blue mock named Kaitsu, and there's no reason for the kind of Japanese or Asian sounding name. I just like how it sounds. Starting out with this guy, he's a pretty large titan, not enormous like a Cardus type guy, but pretty big and thick, as in got a lot of bulk. He's blue, as you can tell. He's kind of supposed to be a protector type guy. And as you probably noticed, I don't really come up with stories for my Bionicles. Mainly, you can see here, he's got a large weapon right here, which is a two-prong blade, which is kind of used to give like an uppercut move like that. In his terrible articulated way. Yeah, he's got a really long lower arm, but a kind of short, normal length upper arm. The upper arm is just based off the normal limb piece, as you can see here. And in the other arm, he's just kind of got a lame turbine. But I decided not to overdo it, and that's all I've left it with, because I don't think something larger or more grand would look better on this guy. And he's got these hands, which you may think are pretty cool, but they're not of my design. I basically stole them from a Lego Batman, can't quite describe what it was. A Brickmaster set that had something to do with Batman. And they were the hands of a robot type guy. Here he is again in all his glory, and of course, he's got this big waist articulation thing going on. And his waist could be a little wider, but I'm not sure what I would use. Maybe, of course, in a gory, Matoran body, but that would have the two ball joints at the top protruding out, which I'd have to get rid of. And from the side view, you can see it's a kind of awkward shape, as you've got this big chunk based off the Anika lower torso piece connected to another one of those that connects right into this original Toa body. And up there, he's of course got the Golly mask, but it's a male if he's got gender at all, and his waist just fell off. Yeah, I said if he's got gender at all because my mocks, I don't really think about the story, just build them and maybe make a stop motion that I never finish putting together and never upload, and that's basically it. And then forget about it for 3 months and then build more mocks. And here are his shoulder blade pad things, which I think are very cool. I'm not sure if this is glow in the dark, but in cases from the set, for your information, I never had Nocturne, just got these from some place. Yeah, a place. In this area, he's got these Nuva shoulder pads. It's a really nice piece, of course, and he's got the same piece again in another color, which just sit right atop his shoulders, which is, I think, very smooth and flows right into the body and stuff. Around his back, that's all filled out. I haven't really left anything out except kind of in this area. It's a little bit incomplete, but I'm satisfied with it. He's got this Rockshi's head here, and I wish I could do something about this bearing or whatever you'd call it here. But it's a kind of nice, thick, filled out body of this guy. And down to the legs area, he's got this upper leg, which is basically pretty reminiscent of, of Titans from the olden days, but it's not so great, as in, the lower part of the upper leg kind of bends because it's connected into there. But it's nice and it's pretty thick and it works with the rest of the guy, even though it's not quite as bulky as his lower legs. His lower legs start out with a Rockshi piece, which is the blue lower leg, if you know what I'm talking about, which connects to this, and somehow, I don't even remember how I got these pieces onto his sides, these feet. And I know that he's got this Rockshi and this thing, which don't match the feet on the side of his lower legs, and while this and this do match, I think it looks a little nice the way it is with the asymmetry in the legs. And his upper leg just came apart. On the feet, we've got nothing really special. Normal Bionicle Anika feet, which are the smoother kind rather than the ones with the kind of spiky toes, and that's pretty nice. and we've got a run-of-the-mill Bionicle suspension connected to this guy's lower legs. And for posability, he's pretty nice. He's got, of course, bending legs, which aren't too restricted by the fact that they're Titans and therefore have this suspension element, and like his feet can move around enough, so he's pretty nice for a Titan. And of course he's got that waist articulation, which is not too tight, however it's not particularly loose, therefore doesn't come apart, and his head's got a full range of motion while his arms move, except they're kind of, as I said earlier, jointed pretty high up here, so his upper arms are pretty short compared to his lower arms. And he's of course got these kind of cool hands with the minifig legs, which have a pretty full range of motion for something with 3 fingers. And there are his weapons, which sadly do not move, but he's one of my favorite figures. I've got probably top 7 out of all the mocks I've got, and that's pretty good considering I've got about 40 or so. I haven't counted. Maybe soon, if I've got time in a week and a half as I'm on spring break, I'll make a video with a slideshow of all my mocks. It's a little bit less half-assed than my previous one, which promised a how-to that I probably will never do, unless you guys really beg for it, which probably won't make that much of a difference. Thanks for watching. This has been my review of Kaitsu or TOAKAITSU. Thank you.